This is the little church at Rorkes, which was not here during the defence of the garrison. The commissariat store actually stood very close to this position, and the final redoubt that the British took their stand, or made their stand, was more or less where that stone kraal or stone unit is today. There's a tour going on here, and an excellent tour guide is telling his audience all about the battle.
Up at Sandwana there was a man called Colonel Durnford. Colonel Durnford commanded a contingent of 450 mounted Basotho soldiers, first-class men. And prior to Durnford being killed, where he was fighting, he called Sergeant Kambula and he said to Sergeant Kambula, take 70 mounted men and try and hold a portion of the saddle to the south of Isildwana. Durnford could see that the battlefield there was going to be taken by the Zulus, and he was trying to create an area through which all those British troops could possibly retreat. And from where Durnford was standing and fighting to the east of that saddle, he couldn't see the Zulus coming up from the west. But he went on to say to Sergeant Kambula, if you can't hold that saddle, take your men and ride back to Rorkes.
This is the building that now stands on the foundations where the original mission hospital was during the defence, and this stone line here marks the defence line on this side. This was made of overturned wagons, mealie bags and biscuit boxes. This is the British cemetery at Rorkes. This is the access stairway, and on the other side this monument. It's a mass grave.
There's more names on the other side.
Thanks, Mervyn. Where's that? Oh, that's over behind us. It's separate.
Pointing.
Yeah. And here's a poor unfortunate guy who drowned in the river 3 days after the battle. And the remnants on this monument. And its relationship to the battle zone. Up behind this building on this ridge, this was occupied by Zulus throughout the attack, and the Zulu sharpshooters up here could shoot right down into the British defences and caused a lot of casualties. Well, here we are up on the ledge, trying to find some of the places where soldiers carved their names in the rock, and we now look down on the mission station area at Rorkes, and this is the view that the Zulus had, where they placed their snipers and sharpshooters to have a go at the British garrison in these buildings. That was a very small British perimeter between the church and the commissariat store. The late afternoon view from here is superb as the sun slowly sets. The view from this standpoint of the Buffalo River and Rorkes Drift, the actual drift being just behind the edge of this hill, is a very good one. It gives you an idea of how far the Zulus were outside of Zululand, almost nothing. But that was against the orders of their king. They should not have been on this side of the Buffalo River, which technically was Natal. And here we come round to the actual mission station. This is a marker signifying where a lot of the Zulu dead were buried, and this is below the level of the fortifications that the British defended, in proud memory of the brave Zulu warriors who fell at the Battle of Rorkes, 22nd of January 1879, some of whom lie buried here.